Hey YouTube, Shuken Shinobi here with a review of the S.H.Figuarts Kamen Rider Kabuto Hyper Form. So we've got Hyper Form in the Hyper Clock Up mode right here. A nice red box, very Axel-ish. Red writing here, red writing, that's black. Black writing, Master Rider Kabuto, white writing, Hyper Form. Again, going white instead of silver, really nice design choice. So words, numbers. On the back here we've got Kabuto and Hyper Clock Up ready for the Maximum Hyper Typhoon. No Maximum Hyper Cyclone recommended back here, but whatevs. Walking the Path of Heaven pose. Grandma said this. Yay for Grandma. Profile picture. Hyper Kick. All that fun stuff. I haven't really decided what pose I'm going to do for this one yet. So we'll have to just kind of wing it and find out. Ideally, I'd probably want a hyper kick, but I don't really know if I have the room in the display for that. So, he comes with a small amount of hands compared to newer releases, but we've got basically calm molester hands. They're more molestery than relaxed hands. Weapon holding hands, and then walking the path of heaven hand. Nice big transparent glowy energy wings, or however you want to call them here. All visible extenders for Hyper Clock Up down here, and of course the Perfect Zector. The Zectors don't detach from the Perfect Zector. This is recycled plastic, yay! The Zectors don't detach from the Perfect Zector, but in fact they don't really move at all, which is kind of disappointing. We'll take a quick look at the Perfect Zector first, just to get it out of the way. So there's the Drake Zector sitting up there. This is Sword Zector down here. The B Zector up here, and of course that's it. The handle does move for the gun mode and the sword mode. If I remember correctly, the gun mode did have the B Zector's piece moving upward to form a scope. But I don't entirely remember. It's been a while since I've seen Kabuto the second time. But none of these move at all. In fact, he pops right off. Doesn't move at all. So we'll pop that back on. But that's kind of a shame that none of these move, but that would have took some excessive amount of molding. And considering Drake Zector wasn't moving either, it'd be kind of weird for this one too. So we'll take a quick look at the figure first. Here he is in normal hyper mode, since I'm already zoomed in for up close. He does have blue eyes. Hyper Form had more of a green cyanish color eye. So a lot of people have been nitpicking about that. I personally like the blue eyes better. I think it suits the metallic red and silver a lot more than a poopy cyan color would. But to each their own. I know some people like perfection. I like some sort of design liberty. Back here we've got the Hyper Zector unpainted. That disappoints me. It wouldn't take much to put a little tiny red drop of paint on there, but it's Bandai, what do you expect? The feet are ball jointed. I would like to point that out now. They aren't the normal Figuarts, but I guess these are kind of the standard for Figuarts now. So I don't know, I like the ball jointed feet. There isn't as much range of motion in terms of going sideways like this, but they hold fairly well, so I never really have a problem with that. But other than that, Figuarts are standard articulation for this guy. I just combined like 3 sentences there. So standard articulation and lots of fun things you can do with this one. So we'll go ahead and transform him into Hyper Clock Up mode. So let's unfocus a wee bit. To do that, first you're going to want to take these panels off. They fit in kind of tight, so it's actually somewhat hard to do. There we go. And then they were in these bottom holes here. You're going to want to move them to these holes here. So line those up. This does leave the smaller holes revealed down here, but that's very, very minor worry. Eventually going to want to flip these shoulder pads up. It doesn't really matter when, you might as well do them now. Pop all these off. The 2 arm ones and the 2 leg ones are identical to each other. So if you get them mixed up, it doesn't really matter. There's no letters denoting. So just line up the holes in the pegs and pop them in. Isn't that difficult to do. Everything fits in there fairly well. I've been playing with them for a fair while and I have absolutely no problems. There we go. We'll leave the wings off for now just to get a good look at the figure. Really the only changes is you can see the detailing inside the chest here, and then these are out. So obviously no articulations changed at all. So no real reason to go over that. I do love the look of Hyper Clock Up mode. It just looks very, very hyper, I guess. I don't know. So to switch the wings, you just pop these off. There is some nice detailing back here that you'll get to see once you switch the wings. Just pop those in and extend them pretty much just like that. Same thing over here. For those wondering, this is just a very loose plastic. In fact, a plastic that frosted over because of the temperature of the room. But no real worries about breaking them or anything. They're pretty good to go. So, back here. And there we go. So he looks really cool with the wings. Definitely going to pose him with the wings. There's really no reason not to unless you don't have the space. Alright, so time for the pose. I'm going to go ahead and do it in gun mode just because I like gun mode a little bit better. I'm going to try to fit this in this hand without knocking things off. So there we go, just like that. Get it in kind of situation. So there's something along the lines of that. Fix his legs up a bit. Line them up so he doesn't fall. Fix his shoulder pad, and voila. So let's go ahead and get in for a closer look. Get him out of the shadow there. A very, very, very impressive looking figure art. Like I said, my only major complaints with the figure are the unpainted Zector, and that's probably about it. I wish these stayed in a little bit better, but that's okay, really. The paint's beautiful, the mold is really beautiful. They mostly use the old Kabuto body, but definitely updated. The new ankles are okay. I wish the Zector's moved, but it's understandable considering how much detail is put into the perfect Zector itself. The wings are a definite improvement, not improvement, but addition that they really didn't have to do. So that's a big plus in my book too. So all around, this is a really, really good figure art for me. Probably my favorite Kabuto figure art to date, and I own all of them. I own everything. But Dark Kabuto still holds a good place in my heart because it was my first one. But this is definitely one of the best Kabuto figure arts there is out there. No questions asked. So definitely recommended. Hopefully you can track this one down easily. It was quite difficult to obtain at first. So good luck in your hunt, and definitely recommended. So you can check out a couple pictures and a written review at ridersrangersandrambles.com, bringing you the latest token news in the craziest way possible. So take care and have a great one.